house of disappointment and smiles. Well, you say we're friends, a funny little word you toss around. I guess it's in bad hands, but what it means from me. 'Cause if all yours is this buzz of stuff, you don't take my resentment another way. Like to his face. Arms, but it won't be long till I'll be that guy that gets you down. 'Cause I was only this. Oh, you say we're friends. The candle is cold, I was too late. I guess it did hurt. And maybe I've been saying you don't have what it takes. It's only a breath to your hands. Otherwise, this genius killing you. And the result so far is this message in my heart. And you'll leave the scars on each other's face and be replaced. These breakneck speeds go us through the armor that brings us down to our knees. Time, of course, is everything now. Then we're beyond sympathy. 'Cause one misstep and another false step, and it's only in the enemies. Oh, one misstep, another false statement. He didn't know, no, he didn't know. He just didn't know I could hear him. He didn't know, no, he didn't know. He just didn't know I could hear him. Hear this, I bear this, insinuated in his eyes. Hear this.
Good morning. Or whatever it is, wherever you are. So I think there's probably some cleanup to do on this language stuff. I think we fixed that, although I might still need to reposition where that fix is. Maybe I did that already. Maybe I did. Okay. That was misattribution as a search slip. Don't want to do anything with just dings so right now. I'm going to have to think about if there's particular messages that are bothering me there. The leader command still has some utility in I'm the leader. The rest of these, I'm going to have to keep an eye on, but they're like there's useful things. So one of the things I need to look at, well, I don't have a good record of one annoying thing about this patch development. You don't have differences of the differences. So I don't have a good way to review the history of the patch itself. And say, what did we change? We can review the entire patch. Which actually, I guess I can do that from here. It shows up as a commit. So this is probably all on location slips. So location slips enabled is probably something we want to check on. In terms of what we are switching with that. Okay, we're doing all drawing of them, and that's it. So probably I need to be looking at some of my message blocking stuff in terms of that feature. Remove, set expiration, add add temp, add property, draw, this is kind of an inaccurate comment. Hint arrow sprites, closest object draw, location slip. Oh, like you can target patches, but STG series, STG go to. Or tree not clean. Oh, I must have saved this. Okay, closest object draw. Okay, that's location slip update. Update, wait, that's update positions. And this updates what their positions should be. So this by itself is only adding the slip. This by itself is only adding the slip. We got an extra space here. No extra space here. Okay, that only matters for location slips. Add prop, we got another empty space. This is not the message blocking though. Set location, set location. Update person, update person. This might be where we have to do a feature flag. Okay, so that gets rid of it. That gets rid of it. If existing current speech, delete the current speech just outright. Because if this is true, that code would have replaced it. This captures that. We're not changing anything else in between. All right, so if that replaces it, we let it replace it. Under certain conditions, we put it back. So basically, this is for like baby and things. So we can go ahead and leave the the previous speech bit in. And then just make this conditional. If this doesn't happen, then we'll do that. We'll clean it up anyway. Let's see, use location slips. Location slips enabled. Okay. So if we've captured that information elsewhere, then we block it. Let's see. Oh, the other thing was baby, but that was or new player. But that would have been under a different patch. Oh, and then I did add a command. Now you see, this kind of... Oh, this transmuted what FAM did. But if we're not drawing a location slip, this might be very helpful. No, actually we deleted that, so... Add temp, location slip. Which means I guess I kind of need... Do I need the old code back? I mean, the own would just kind of be a no-op. I could probably translate that to the other pointer system, but I don't want to do that much. So translate family label. ETA. Get current time. Oh, the time that that message will stick around. Alright, so this we actually need to get back. So that went somewhere around there. I guess I'm gonna have to watch for differences in white space in terms of how that's sorted out. Set shift width equals 4. Living life.page.h I don't think is going to be affected much. These should be relatively low risk. Yeah, we've got the remnants of this stuff. I need another one to actually. Actually, no. I was just making the what was the approved property gates. Okay, so we got an ownership message. We've got that as an automatic thing. Okay, and that refreshed the distance timer, the flash effect. Actually, you know, it's always flash because it's. Maybe I made that one temporary. Oops. Okay, so we need to pin taskbar and then launch. Yeah, if it was a full size person, I guess that would be the position for it. Let's get to the grave though. Interesting. I set him down in that spot and it got locked there. Huh. Okay, position update. Okay, so refresh. Refresh. So that actually did stay on mass rather than in the old patch, it looks like. What do we have here? Oh, that's for this. Just didn't see you before. Okay, added a new line. This is the old patch. This says it's where master is. Maybe the showing of the selection was off? Yes, it was. And we did in fact do something here. Was there any place else we tweaked? Yeah, we added a thing there. All right, so fam label, presumably, that's this. Did I leave a dash in there? And it was legal syntax? Oh. I see, if that was a dash, then that probably put you off. Okay, no white space changes there. Uncommit is technically useless, but in standard mode, I think that's fine. It's just a feature of location slips. All right, so that's at a basis. There was something else I was thinking about. Oh, could we do distance on hover? To get rid of some of the weirdness around showing distance of the time. So what do we do? Seconds per food pit. Food times string. Over temp meter. Tip pause. Okay, then he's doing the temp meter from where the tip appears, I guess? It's in draw again. Yeah, this is in draw again. Oh, because he's drawing the tip. So in draw, he's testing where the pointer is. This would really be kind of a state update thing. MousePause.y is... Yeah, I think he does screen center coordinates. So less than, anywhere down. No, the update. I think the update code is in fact dealing some stuff with like positions and targets. So we do have some knowledge of where that is. Okay, this is one of the things in step. Yeah, so this has the the show near distance thing. So we have target offset, offset. Oh, so this is continually reassigning target positions. So we don't actually know this. We don't actually know the positions until we've gone through there. Although we'll have previous cycles position, which will be mostly good enough. So that's baseline. Now, and then we end up doing hard reassigns of things. And we're only detecting within it. And this is affected by showing your distance. We'd have to do detections before there anyway. So I guess we're gonna have to see. Not hidden. Wait, accounting for hidden in here? Hidden is... You're not protecting position at all. No, you're not hidden as well. Else equals hide offset. So target offsets really should be where it's displayed. Now what I've forgotten is... What is target? Is it the center? I guess draw will have to consider that. So that's its actual position, which should more or less be target position. Or, oh, that's the position pointed at. Oh, no, draw is only concerned with the current position. Slip pause. Pause offset. If equal hide offset. Last screen view center. I think draw sprite is centered, so that would be the center of the slip? And then how big is the slip? I mean, I could really just choose a detection zone. Well, that's going to be something with you. Does that work? Seems to work. So 64 each. Show is up 50. We've got arrow, we've got... base Y and base text. But we can use that to figure it out. So actually, it would be half of that in... Oh, this is gonna depend on... we do have to care if it's horizontal or vertical. So you're just ancient temporary other. We've got... show near distance is a couple of things. I guess we just override that if it's hovered. I think we called it over. That really just comes down to show near distance. So this is a target offset, which we might end up tweaking a little bit. I guess, let's see, so ancient, So actually, it's all, ancient is the right, and your bottom, so really for detection purposes, that's all that matters. Yeah, ancient and other. But this has a bunch of conditions about when it happens. Your show distance, and this basically comes down to show distance. So you set target offset. Now we need to consider where's our pointer and what is our pointer? It might actually be like last. Over temp meter. Last mouse X, last mouse Y. All right, so ancient ones are on the right, which I should almost just have a left-right flag for the type. That'd be a little bit clearer. So you are going to say, I don't know if do I have something for how totally tall they are? I have the various pieces. I guess I could actually put this in absolute terms, but we've already got a position for it. Target offset dot y. Oh. I could do a distance calculation. The slip is going to be longer than its base, though, is wide. Actually, no, y is the banding, which it doesn't really matter. Let's see, so location slip show is the amount the base amount it pops up or down. Actually, if we're between hide offset and target offset, that might do it. We still have to know which direction those are in, and let's see, if they're on the right, that's a positive direction. So if we're greater than target offset, I guess he does this. Location slip. Y. So this is just going to be the offset. Oop. You're still X. Minus. No, if we're doing minus, that's going to be greater than. No. Yes. The smaller value, greater than smaller value, less than there. You know what? This is why I started changing this. I guess in this case, it's not going to read as well, but you don't have everything lined up rather. And then I copied the mistake. I guess I could just put that into the show distance calculation. But I think I kind of want to do this just to separate the conditions. Now this kind of all flips around. No, I don't need you right now. Oh, we mixed up our case somewhere. Okay, if I look at that, it will be a slip. Let's want to turn off the distance thing for testing this. Okay, so that's a total bust. Actually, easier than tweaking it in all the places I set it. Oh, but I actually check it in two places. I don't, like, keep a state somewhere. Maybe the 2 checks would have been easier than the, like, 4 spots where that was. Are you in different coordinate units, maybe? %D versus mouse. And some of these could actually be floating point, I guess. So we want to make sure we convert them. Why do you have a distance? I wonder if... Does 0 become always on? Well, that's not useful. Well, or my coordinates are so messed up that that's actually put in the true state. Oh, I only put that in the ancient one. Oh, no, that's still just x and y, so it should serve just as well. Okay, so that slip is at 23, negative 310. And what the heck is the mouse pointer in? That must be in game coordinates. Okay, so those coordinates are in screen relative coordinates. And then he's doing screen view center. Probably going to be easier for me to translate the mouse position once here. Once for this entire loop, even. I could do this as a add operation, but I kind of have to do the... I still have to create a point. A screen view center. And instead of this, thank you. Um, there's not a whole lot nameable right now. I could save that for later today. I can only guess that will be like MORRE. Or if it was a misclick, I could refund it. Let me see, this is still up by default here. I guess I need to fix that before I can actually test anything. Okay, so I probably need to subtract that. I guess the subtraction order might matter. Oh no! Right, I still have this problem. It's not going to work until I get coordinates right, though. Okay, those coordinates seem actually somewhat reasonable. But maybe sign reverse, because I know I moved the mouse down. Oh, yeah. I guess they can't live forever. Okay, so those coordinates are negative. Our last coordinates are negative. Well, that's every frame, so if it's static, that's fine. Oh, well, true. I don't know what the lifespan of a rabbit is, but I presume that they're. I know they're famous for multiplying, so I presume they would also have correspondingly short lifetimes. Okay. That's actually a pretty good lift in domestic, but I guess that's mainly because they're prey animals. Let's see. So we have coordinates correct. I've messed something up in disabling the things. So let's go undo all of those. Because I wasn't even completely sure if that was the right change. And actually that did make it infinite. Actually, I'd have to set it to game current time. That was the idea that when we set it to then expire, it would undo the 0. Then when we check it, so you're a direct check without an intermediate flag. That might do it. That doesn't work with this OR though. I guess that is a kind of temporary slip. Okay, so that's off. Okay. Well, we're both old. So I guess I can overwrite this if I need to replace pies. So I've got the property. Those aren't doing any better. All right, 23, 22 matches up. 310, 287. Okay, well, there were 2 of them. Yeah, that's a 654, so there's that. Actually, I was over it there at some point. Oh, is the X and Y offset? Oh, no, there we go. 628, 635. And so that's probably the center position, which might be a ways below the visible position. Now, I'm not sure what kind of range I'm checking here. Oh, wait, I never did any adjustments on these. Oh no, I was going to use target offset and hide offset. So for you, it's from target offset to hide offset. And for you, it is, let's see, less than. I think that's going to be going up the screen, so that's hide offset. Now, if the target offset is still like the center of the slip, that might still not be a super easy thing to still not quite be what we expect visually. Okay, well, because that was, yeah. Yeah, that might be the center position. Now, I'm not printing out both of those. All right, so that means I actually have to worry about how visually big it is in terms of where interesting things are being drawn. So we got slip pause, which starts out at, well, there's pause offset, which should follow, or so that's where that gets drawn. Arrow pause gets adjusted by location slip arrow. It's only 35. Did I then work from arrow pause? Apparently. Arrow pause. So that is going to be somewhere around where it visually is. But that's only 35 up. So you'd think that would be more visible. Yeah, and then we adjust arrow pause. Then for the text and the distance. Now the target position. Well, we might still be in the process of adjusting our target position where we're doing that state stuff. I also wonder if I should be using last round's target position. Location slip show. Are you doing any more coordinate adjustments? That's yum slip. Now that's show distance. So the baseline for target offset equals hide offset. So we start out there. If we're showing it, then our target offset has been adjusted. Maybe, do I have the direction Flow direction wrong on that. So if it's on the right side, is hide offset, so it would be from... No, target offset is less... Yeah, target offset is less than hide offset. But that's still the center position. Well, the arrow's only 35. There's a place where we then calculate the actual positions. There's yum slips, home slips, location slips. Yeah, that's just target position to pause offset. And it seemed like we were only moving it by the arrow offset, which wasn't very much. So we draw the sprite. We shift it over by arrow, which is like 35. And then we just draw it at that position. And that's our offset. So this is kind of target offset. Let's see. So this is in this direction. And for you, that's Y. Yeah, that's negative, so that's going to be plus. I guess I could almost just as well. The way I offset mouse position then depends on which side we're on. Maybe this should actually be like target position adjusted. So I don't have family or, well, we can, I don't have object search yet. And then maps add a little bit of their own special rules. Nope. We hit something. Okay, I'm like off by 1. What goes down there? A home marker is one of those. I mean, we could probably get those bits. Or not. Okay, so one of the conditions is overriding here. Oh, also this one. Well, I probably okay. It is very, very close to the edge too. Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking, that the arrow distance was tiny. And we're like just completely one-sided on that condition. Less than mousepause.y. Mousepause.y. Oh, I didn't change the sign in all of these when we switched style. That takes care of that. This is still... Well, there are conditions we're not necessarily accounting for here. Is some of that in the height offset? Oh, you get the bottom offset. So that's taken care of in target offset. So really, that's that position. I just need to know, which means I'm not. I didn't see this in draw. I don't need to draw this. I should just skip it. That look. The draw doesn't make sense. Height offset. Slip pause is just pause offset. We draw the sprite. Offset it by 35. And then draw it. I don't know what I'm missing here. This is graphics. Are these yum slips? No, the yum slip is smaller, I think. This is the home. It was originally home marker. And then we got the one without the word home on it. Home arrow. Oh, home arrows erased. hint arrow. Oh, home slip and full slip. Oh no, this is defined. Oh no, that's the other full slip. Oh, and it was home slip too. It was the blank one that doesn't have home on it. All right, so the graphic is 128, of which some is edge. Okay, so I sort of embedded that into start position is that much down. Location slip show would kind of be the range to the top edge. So let's see, so target offset is going to be somewhere in the center. I suppose I should, since these are effectively screen edges, I should almost not care about one direction. For these, we don't really care about less than. And let's see, for these, we would not really care about. Wait. They're both less thans. No, we want mouse position less than your position. Mouse position, this was actually going to be the other way around. No. No, greater than. If that is to the right of. If that is, let's see. That is greater than, but we're going down. So if that has a lower y coordinate. Now we've got a home marker. Oh, this is just positioning. Draw redoes the same logic. That's still kind of closer than I expected. This has some overshoot, so it's a little bit easier. I almost want to get near it. But I don't currently have a number for that. So home X, bottom right, offset, show arrow. And I almost want to say this should be full size. And this is where I was thinking I should actually track some state on this. So one piece of that state could be currently hovered. Or it could be a more literal distance showing. We're kind of doing some other logic with that. And that's show near distance. There are other conditions. If distance, yes, so show distance. So I almost think the slip needs to show distance that's managed here. And then we can also check that in draw. And then I have to go add that to my new location slip types. It's just going to be livinglife.h, isn't it? Instead of duplicating the logic in draw and state. So there's all our booleans. Probably going to end up conflicting with search when we get to there if we put it in there, but that's kind of a good place to put it. Even though these are all more permanent state. I think it's kind of up with labeled. So I'll look at some person goes with person ID. So everywhere we touch this, add location slip. Well, it kind of goes with distance expire ETA, really. So 0, I believe, means that is in fact going to be 2. Or true. This is... This is we dropped the map. Oh, this is just a more complicated add temporary. We've set an ETA. Although, this should actually follow from ETA. I should almost not think about this too much. And I removed labeled. we're going to have to check if that got changed accidentally. Wait, yeah, you do have labeled. Okay. Labeled, did not copy that. I guess pointer bounce is more of a different kind of state. All right. No. You are some kind of state, or you're more kind of draw. Okay, actually, you are a temporary state managed here. This is show near distance, which is a collection of things. Dist doesn't get calculated till down here, but does that actually depend on any of the things happening above this? Yeah, that's target pause. I put it down here because we were testing it here. We do have two uses for dist. Is show near distance. I'm also using that for the pointer effect. Well, that won't be relevant. It's only relevant if it's on screen. So there's show near distance. Then there is show distance, which we had only used there. And this is location slip. Let's see. So that's the base. This has to get down to some nitty gritty about which way we're orienting and stuff. Yep, that was a line insert, I guess. And then when we draw a location slip, yeah, so we've got all those same conditions. Okay, I got a home marker. You can kind of tell. Oh, okay. So there's a small issue here. Where we stop drawing it instantly. So you see it disappear before it fades out. So we've got the state of should be showing distance and should we be drawing it. We recalculate show. We already recalculate show distance every time in our other loops. We might just have to kind of keep that. And well, it's not just are we fully synced yet. It's like we have to keep doing that for a certain amount of time. Because that calculates position. Then we say, are we in a condition where we should be drawing that? Because it's only noticeable because I'm going on and off. We're just setting a target position. We're not really tracking when we're moving in or out because of a distance change. I almost needed our timer value for this. Hmm. So we would have. What do we do there? It'd almost be like if show distance or we're within, well, you don't even really track the state change on that. Unless we look at the previous value and set the ETA when we switch it. Or just always reset the ETA when it's true. Maybe we just ignore that detail and hope we don't notice it as much. I mean, that's essentially what would have happened with the 1K things. That transition happened very rarely. All right, and with that, I think, where do we actually set this? This could perhaps be dropped back down. Okay, I was not in range of that home marker now. I do it down here? Well, I've got this. That's quick, and we can get it back anytime. Almost seemed like that bumped when the time expired. Now, maybe that was just me going in at a distance. Let's see. I forget if I had done anything with the intermediate. I mean, a sports car would actually be just about right. That's all mosquito stuff. Oh, this is all the numbers. This is all the live objects. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes. I don't know if that has the appropriate transitions. Unfueled. Beep, beep. Okay, that works. So we've got a property gate. Beep, beep. Okay, I did do 0.1K. So I made a bunch more changes. That means I have to test again. Let's see, that's the committed patch. I need to refresh that. Well, I can also look at just git diff. Right. Okay, I just ended up moving that. It's part of the location slip patch, so I guess that's not a big deal. Yeah, so that was normally up there. Temporary labeled. Anything overall look out of place? Oh, and then there's going to be downstream patches. Actually, we know we're going to need to stop where we add object search. Hey, what a surprise. That might be the H, as we added a field. Okay, no. Temp person. Right, because they were all flags. I would actually say we should have done this. This might make it more of a conflict. Okay, and that is just so. Let's add temp location slip. Add search location slip. Labeled show distance, labeled show distance, labeled show distance, labeled show distance. Git add. Well, no, I don't necessarily want to get it get ignored stuff. Build check. Oh. Put that in the wrong window. All right, we pretty much compile. I guess I should maybe check how that interacts with searches. Caret. Okay, I consider that to be on screen. Okay, so those just never show distance. They do show it if you pop, though. Now, also to see if this gets annoying while doing other stuff. For future notes, temporarily give close distances. I don't know if I've got into any of the individual readmes on this. No, I don't. Unless I did, yeah, I've not gone back to here. Nope. I wanted to split. Uh, I guess technically leader gives you leader name. There's that. Home, map, baby, expert, follower. Flips to owned property. That's escape, not quote. Yeah, because temporary, those are not a temporary slip. So the whole reason for that own command was the when close. so I could ping everything and figure out where it was. Particularly for the owned spots that are no longer gates, if that's a thing. Where's my little gate spot? Okay, so I got the temporary point of that because I just learned about it by touching it. If that wasn't visibly a gate, that refreshes the show distance. Oh, but the pointer isn't visible here. Now, my detection range might be such that things would pop up there. It would also make them show. But we're past the point where we've already determined show, so we only do this for visible ones. So it's like defined but hidden. Yeah, so that actually doesn't cover that, because the slip isn't on screen. Unless I did set it up to hover. Not apocalypse in progress, and not, yeah, so now we come back to the definition of hidden. Which, this is not hidden. So if it's showing, this says we actually want to check this. And I'm fine with that being a little bit farther over and harder to hit when it's hidden. So we would want to change the hidden flag here, which would actually put the dist check into the hidden check. Hidden and dist 5. That's home slips. Why is that not just part of hidden? Probably because I didn't have distance yet, for one. It's hidden, well, there's this hidden, and then there's... Maybe it needs to be like visible. So too many home slips, or it's expired and should be fading out. This is more like show. Look at the... And we repeated all of those conditions down here. So we have our base show distance. So this means that we will not have location slip show in ever, unless we do a separate check for it. But I guess I could just change my hover distance. All right, so we've got ancient, we've got left, we've got right. A lot of form here. So that's show distance, and this is saying this should also flip show. Even if we're close. Do I still want to do a show check? Because that show includes that. Maybe a hidden check. Yeah, and you see we've got the other conditions and we've got the dist condition, which is really the main one we want to deal with. We probably shouldn't override expired. So there's the definitely don't show, and there is the... Man, we're just too close. So that's like a never. That's conditional. This is kind of a never. Can I set that up as an else? Distance greater than 5. Man, that's not the same as the hover check. No. Let's see. So this is show if distance greater than 5. What does that mean if this condition isn't in here? Oh no, that was overriding it, but we don't want to override it. So one way to do this, kind of a brute force way to do this, is we still have to define it. I guess we just redefine it without the dist condition. And then actually in that case, it's already defined as greater than 5. We've got some duplication. If this greater than 5, then isn't that the same? So it would just, in this case, it would just be false. And then these things would redefine it. Else, so show. It's another way, it's kind of another way of doing a Boolean. So if none of those are true, show, else we're close. Wait. Were you and distance less than 5? It probably was. Oh, yeah. That's why it was separate. So it almost needs to be a separate condition. So we've got your basic. I guess that was only duplicated twice. And the hover was meant to override the distance condition. I said there's pieces of that I want to keep. There's pieces of it we've never written this. So that pre-check could work. And dist less than 5. So we've got the show pointer. And distance 5 and temporary show near distance is separate from show distance. Well, show near distance can still be true for that. So I think location slip, that's still fine. Because that could still happen. Really? So that would take care of if we got it to work in the first place. And that's still hard locked on distance less than 5. So that will mean it's only going to happen for close stuff. It's this distance 5 that is going to be different when it's hovered. So it's like if it's hovered, if it's show distance, we show it even when it's close. Because if you're close, you're there. You don't need it unless it's hovered. What else do you do? This is like and dist greater than 5 or show distance? That's going to affect our detection a little bit. Okay, that's showing distance. Okay, so there's that. There's that. You'd have to know where it is. Detection range actually still seems kind of okay. Where's the home marker? Actually, I need this one down here. Oops, not into there. Oh, there are still wolves around. Okay, and the important thing is really that we get the arrow, not that we get the distance, but that potentially solves the whole reason I did the own command. Which was, I keep getting this pointer to a gate, where is it? Maybe I don't remove that just yet. Because that was really just meant to solve the mystery locations. Is show near distance a thing anymore? It's kind of not. Pile check. All right, today's test target, and I'd probably a little bit too late to really get into anything else. Okay, so one difference is that does make the slip pop up, but it would normally tell you distance, so... Having that all be one logic is kinda nice. So we'll see how that feels. Yeah, traversing into containers could be a bit of a deep dive. So it's really sought objects. Find in map. Map contained stacks. Map contains stacks, map contains stacks, map contains stacks. So it's trying. Maybe it's just not succeeding. Wait, am I doing anything? Oh no, we're saying if index greater than 0, right. OID is the map location. If the map location is not a sought object, look at its containers. Oh, maybe? Are we overwriting it? Yeah, we're never breaking out of the loop. Oh, no. And index is... should that be less than or equal? In fact, this is a less than test. This is a less than or equal to test. That could be worth trying. All right. Test scenario. This should really be any container. There's quite a few special tables, aren't there? What's something search unique? I see it found that one. Huh. Yeah, so it is like it's a certain index or something. Which it would get overridden if there was anything else there. And then we check for greater than or equal to 0, so it could have been 0 and broken it at the wrong spot. All right, it keeps going if it finds it. All right. And always puts it there. Huh. There's probably a way to... I mean, certainly if you do that. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, because that was no banana. Okay, so it was just an indexing problem. So that one's a straight up bug fix. The one thing about the patch is it's not too terribly easy to publish just a patch update. Wrong window. I guess maybe I could make a patch for a patch and then merge them later. All right, so we think we fixed that one. It just needs testing. I don't notice any running problems last time. Anything else would be more of a major feature. Build for me. And that's what we test with today. And it's lunchtime. Thanks for watching. Thanks support from subscribers, voluntary and otherwise. What do we got going on? I'm pretty sure Rainy's on for one life. Okay, so there's Game Dev again. That's what I'm usually on. Well, I know Rainy's been back at work, so we'll pop in there. People say it's cool to hang out. Rainy is back in 2 Life. I don't know what she's working on, big project-wise. Could be her seed, could be Tutorial Town. Looks like it's a whole lot of brick stuff. And that's a place cool to hang out. Bye-bye.